Hi, everybody. Good afternoon. My name is Michelle Ford. I'm the president and the founder of the Vaccine Injury Awareness League, and I've got Jill Hawkins with me today, and we're going to be doing an update about what happened from a couple weeks ago because we've got some good news. Let me start by sharing what happened to Jill, and then we'll get the update. So a few weeks ago, in late February, Jill, who's a parent of a student that goes to Roosevelt Elementary School, she's part of a parent Facebook group, which is a PTA, like school community Facebook group for that school. And one of the other parents posted an article praising Governor Newsom's plan on allocating 10% of the COVID vaccines for educators as a means towards, reopening the schools. And so when that article was posted, Jill decided to add in the comments section some credible resources, not only from scientists, but also from doctors that happen to be counter to the popular narrative regarding the COVID vaccine. And what ended up happening is immediately in real time, those resources were removed from the parent chat. And when Jill questioned, why are you removing these resources? You didn't even have time to vet them. And the moderators ended up deleting Jill from the group altogether, which is just like complete and total censorship. So Jill contacted Vile for help and support with this issue. And we sent a letter to the principal of the elementary school, as well as the vice principal, asking for clarification about what is the relationship between the school and the PTA, because the group uses the school logo on their PTA parent Facebook page. We just wanted to get some clarity about, how much authority does this group have to remove a parent from the parent community group? I mean, that's crazy. So incidentally, the PTA president and Jill were communicating by email. And after our letter was sent to the principal and vice principal, and Jill has an update. So Jill, why don't you tell us what ended up happening after the letter was received by the school principal, the school vice principal, and the PTA president?
Hi. Yeah, so she got back to me and said she would put me back in the group, but then she had cut out like 3 different bylaws. Here, let me share the screen. Of like, okay, I'm gonna put you back in the group, but if you share any misinformation, I'm like, but how can you call it misinformation if you didn't see it? But then you'll be immediately removed from the group. So that's what. So that's what here at the bottom of the screen, where it says per the group about rules. It's an unofficial Roosevelt group. This is not an official PTA group, but the administrators are the PTA, the group Roosevelt PTA, and the PTA president is also an administrator. And it said political discussions are not permitted. Posting of false information will be removed, and repeated actions of doing so is grounds for permanent removal. You will be allowed to rejoin the group. If you violate any of the rules, you will be permanently removed from this group. So that didn't really sit well, with me, because it just kind of brushes over the fact that we can't be censoring people's voices. We have the First Amendment. I mean, we have the Constitution. I mean, so it didn't sit well. So a couple of us kind of brainstormed to get our thoughts together, how to express, like, we're not in a society where we should be censoring people's voices, even if they go against what we think our own beliefs. So we wrote a letter to the PTA president in response to her putting back in the group, but with parameters. So I'll read you the letter. It says, Thea, I understand this is not an official PTA group. However, it's disconcerting that diverse voices are being censored, especially since groups such as these influence outcomes for all children, including mine. Since this is the case, I respectfully request that information being deemed misinformation is first evaluated for its merit, allowing those who are sharing it to vet the information by providing credible sources. This is something I will always happily provide. Mistaking unpopular information as being fallacious or lack academic discernment, something we are hoping to teach our children. The Constitution was not written for easy times or popular speech and simple decisions. It was crafted for such volatile times and for emergencies. It protects unpopular speech. Science is never settled. Many doctors and scientists have viewpoints which go against the only narrative allowed. It is within our right to have an open discussion or disagreement. In a free society, points are made and arguments are won through our speech and open debate rather than censoring opinions that differ from ours. I look forward to participating in this community as I earnestly believe that we are all capable of having respectful interactions, even when the content challenges our worldviews. I ask, please unblock me and add me back to the Roosevelt Parent Chat. Respectfully, Jill Hawkins.
Awesome. So after she received that letter, did she then reiterate, you're going to have to follow these, draconian guidelines? Or
no, I think that pretty much covered. I think that letter was pretty to the point, and
yeah,
what can you say to all that? So so she's put me back in the group. So I guess the next true test is if there's an opportunity, that if someone's posting about vaccines and I'm going to share some information, that's when, we'll see, how they handle it.
excellent. Well, I consider this one, it's not a giant leap forward for mankind, but it certainly is a step forward. And I really want to thank you for coming on today, giving us an update and encouraging other parents to stand for what's right.
Yeah,
because that's exactly what you did. You have an unpopular opinion, right? It's not popular. A lot of people believe that, quote unquote, anti-vaxxers are going to harm them in some way, but you stood for what's right, which is the constitutional values to share your mind and to have credible resources to back up your opinion.
Yeah.
And so
we need to take it to the streets and one by one sharing it. I remember, someone telling me, always go local. So just when you have those moments to have a teaching moment, because, a lot of people haven't had the opportunity to think about what free speech means, and, like we have experienced. And so it's giving them an opportunity to think more deeply and how important it is.
It is hugely important because, as you know, there are a lot of children out there that are vaccine injured. And unfortunately, that subpopulation are broad suffering because so much censorship. And it's been going on for far too long, and it's getting worse and worse and worse. So you've at least, for your local community, you've made a difference in your school. And for that, I say bravo, because you're setting an example for other parents to stand up and be strong and to stand for what's right. So thank you again for coming on today.
Yeah, absolutely.
Anything else you wanted to chime in before we wrap it up?
No, just that, in a lot of different countries that have been oppressed, they said, look where the censorship is happening, and that's where the truth lies. So as we know that we've been censored all over every news station and everywhere. So
yeah,
rule of thumb, definitely look at the information if it's being censored.
Very good. Yeah, you're definitely over the target. We're over the target. Good job, Jill. I really appreciate you giving us the update. Thank you. And I'm super proud to have been a part of it. Thanks for inviting us to be of service to you. Absolutely. And don't forget to follow us. We're on Telegram now at Vial News, VIAL News. Of course, you can also find us at v-ial.org. And don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and let us know if we can help you in the future. Thanks again, Jill. Have a great day.